good hour or so. Yeah, that's good. So what's
Awesome.
happening, man?
Oh, it's beautiful weather. It's feeling like fall around here.
Oh, and yeah, yesterday, or like 3 times last week, I had frost in my car when I woke up in the morning.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's that time of year, man. But
So yeah, that tells me I'm coming out of busy season because my busy season is in the fall right before it gets really cold.
oh
So
yeah,
once it starts feeling crisp like this, I know it's gonna start relaxing soon.
yeah. I gotta ask you, man. Where do I get myself a Cool Hand Luke shirt?
Well, when I make some more, I'll send you one. I'm
Yeah,
out right now.
yeah.
I only made a I, yeah, I made just a limited run. It was right before I went to a East Coast Slingshot tournament back in back in the summer.
Oh yeah,
And I made them up for the tournament and just to hand out and I only made like maybe 50, so it was
oh,
limited.
that's cool.
But
But if
yeah,
you make,
repping the RVA. Yeah, I
yeah,
shoot
sweet.
down here with the RVA catapults crew.
Yeah. Oh, very. Oh yeah, you go to go shooting
Moan,
these all the time, eh? Shooting Andes.
yeah, Moan Waller and Lori and
Yeah, yeah.
my dad's like one of the original founding members, Uncle Larry Slingshot Wizard. You got Mike Wynn and Jason Maggard, Brandy Foles, Spanky Monkey,
Yeah, yeah.
Brandy Foles from
Brandy.
Spanky Monkey.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, all the peeps. Marshall. Yeah, so I gotta shout them out.
Yeah. Shut them all up. That's it. Yeah. What do you got set up in the catch box today?
Well, this is not my usual setup because I wanted to move my camera closer to my Wi-Fi because
Oh, gotcha.
sometimes when I go live, I have a problem with the spotty Wi-Fi in my backyard if I'm too far out. So this is just the catch box. I just have a 25 millimeter and a 40 millimeter in there.
Oh,
But
nice.
my range, I got a whole bunch of targets. I got a I got a slingshot ladder with a whole bunch of different targets on it. But just for this, I wanted to move the camera or I moved my phone so it was closer to the Wi-Fi. So that's all I
Close.
got
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, I gotcha. That's good though. That's usually what I shoot at too. I got a 40 in the top there, a 40 in the top, and a 12 on the bottom.
Okay. Yeah,
I
and
see.
watching your video the other day inspired me to break out my Torque X
Oh, nice. I actually
because
left mine upstairs.
I haven't shot this since I got it, which was a couple months ago.
Is
Simple
it,
Shot back in the summer had that they had a like a promotion. It was a
yeah,
slingshot challenge, a card cut challenge,
yeah.
and you could win a $100 gift card if you cut the card with one
Sounds like a
shot.
sounds like a Torque Pro to me.
So I used the gift card to get
That's sweet.
the Torque
And
Pro.
that cranberry, like just on camera, it doesn't do it any justice, man. That
Oh,
cranberry is
it's beautiful.
absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the when they came out with the Ocularis LEs. I don't know if you remember that. It was the first run of the aluminum stuff that they came out with. They
Sure.
had the LT LE and they had the Ocularis LE. And I snagged up one of each first because I knew they were going to be a limited edition first run. So I'm like, okay, I got to get one of each. So I got
Awesome.
one of those. And when I saw the cranberry come in on the Ocularis, I was like,
Yeah.
oh damn! I wish I would have just got the other one too. The other one in cranberry, my LT2
Yeah,
or
the cranberries on fire, man.
my LTLE. It was gorgeous. Mm.
But yeah, so I haven't shot this in a while. And I remember I was telling you too, I shoot this kind of backwards. I shoot that with the
With the high
with
end up, eh?
yeah. I've
Yeah,
noticed like for all my asymmetrical frames, I tend to prefer that because I had what is it called? The FTC, the Wasp FTC.
yeah.
I kind of shoot that one the same way too, kind of opposite with most folks shoot.
I just wish that frame was a little more chunky. I find it kind of disappears in my hand, and I have a hard time holding onto it. But
Yeah.
it's a sweet design. One of these days, I'll get myself a Mustang, and I'll add that to the collection. But
Yeah, it's on my bucket list too. On
yeah,
my wish
it's up
list.
there.
So yeah, I got a Spanky Monkey 40 in there, and then that little Wasp 25 millimeter in there.
They take a beating, eh? Those things.
This
Actually,
is the
both
same.
both.
This is the same spinner I've had for. Well, which one? You talking about the Spanky Monkey?
Well, both of them are
Or
pretty
both of them?
durable.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, I've had both of these targets for over a year. I've been spanking them.
I had a couple of little ones. The little tiny ones, I tend to chew those one up pretty quick. But I did have a 30. I think 30 or 40. I can't remember. Was
Yeah,
the
I
first
think
one I got.
I sent you a 10 millimeter one a while back.
Yeah, I completely destroyed that thing. It didn't take long. But I mean, it's a tiny little flipper for
It
for
is
a big old
super.
5/16, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But
I
you're
mean, it was
shooting
almost the
you're
size
shooting
of the
little balls
ammo.
now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm shooting baby balls now. little little 1/4 inch.
It's super windy here today in Richmond.
Oh yeah, we've had wind all week. Maybe our wind finally made it down to you guys. I don't know, but or maybe it's coming up here. But yeah, the last all week it's been crazy windy. Today it's not so bad. I got a little bit of a breeze, but it's not like it's not like before. My canopy of my thing here was just like lifting up off the ground, shaking around everywhere, and
Oh
it was
wow.
just nuts. Yeah, it's hard to shoot in that. Man, I haven't shot this frame in so long, and I'm shooting really, really high for some reason.
What are you shooting?
No, this is the Spitfire from Tim.
Oh nice.
Yeah, but it's I'm shooting high. I haven't shot it in like I don't know. It's been a few months for sure, but it's a little high.
Hey, what's
It
up,
could.
folks in the chat? Al,
Oh, yeah, we're ignoring
Kyle,
everybody.
my dad's in the chat. There's
Oh,
Larry.
cool.
Weston. Oh yeah. So a lot of people are coming back from the AIM tournament. That was this past
Oh,
weekend or
that's
Friday and
true. Eh?
Saturday. So yeah, I seen the results. Weston got second place.
Oh, very
Who was
nice.
it? Coin Worker, Michael Stellingworth. Coin
Yep.
Worker got first. Weston got second, and Smo, Jordan Smothers, he got third.
Oh, wow.
I went last year to that AIM tournament, and it was awesome. I mean, that was the first one they had last year. It's in Indiana.
Yep.
Um, and it was a really good first tournament. I mean, for the first year, still working out some kinks. It went amazingly smooth and was a
Yeah,
ton of fun.
everyone was saying they had a really good time. It was like a lot of fun. What do we got down here? Got Mrs. Hicks. How you doing? Uncle Larry. Yo, Leon, what's up? Andrew, what's up, man? I got two of your frames to come out today, Andrew. We've got the hooligan and one of my faves, my first ever custom slingshot. Right there, the Beagle original. Love this thing.
Yeah. Everyone talks about the Beetle, how I have to get a Beagle sometime.
Oh yeah, it's a great slingshot, man. That Beagle is one of my top favorites for many years, and it's still really up there, probably my top 5. I love that slingshot.
So speaking of the hooligan, I got the same hooligan, like the same color pattern, the orange and
Ah,
black
nice.
Halloween. I was shooting this yesterday. I was doing a video on a slingshot pumpkin carving.
Oh,
And this is
cool.
what I used, the Halloween colors. And I happened to, man, I tell you what, I was trying to be funny. I was putting on my Halloween, like a Halloween costume to do this video with.
Yeah.
And I had my Michael Myers mask on. And I was trying to shoot with this mask on. Of course, that doesn't work.
No.
So I couldn't see very well. And I ended up shooting myself in the hand.
Oh no. Oh,
And
you got yourself good too.
but I kept, yeah, oh, yeah. But I kept at it, and my slingshot just got covered in blood. So it kind
Good
of
to
fit the
warm back for that
it kind of
video, eh?
fit the yeah, it fit the theme. It fit the Halloween theme. It was like a slasher flick. Um, but I love this thing. This thing's awesome. Matter of fact, Al in the chat, he's the one that sent this to me. This is my one and only Prime Port catapult frame, and I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah, he does great work, eh? I quite like my hooligan, man. I was kind of surprised when it first came. I thought it was a little small. I thought it was gonna be a little small for my hand, but once I grabbed it and started shooting with it, I'm like, oh, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's comfortable. It's nice. What's up, Sean? There's another one of our RVA peeps.
Hey, what's up, Sean? Prime Fork has a website, make it easy to order. Yeah. I know a lot of people were asking me when I was doing those reviews back in the day. They're like, oh, does he have a website? Oh, no, I'm not trusting somebody on Facebook or Instagram. I'm like, oh, that's up to you, man. You know, the dude's a good builder, and a lot of guys, sell their stuff right off of Facebook. So you either trust him or you don't, but it's up to you. I think if you ask around the community, you'll know who the people to watch out for and who's all right.
Yeah, that's for sure. You
That's
gotta, if you're in it long enough to be ordering like a frame like that, you'd probably know anyways. When most
yeah.
people when they get started off, they're ordering Simple Shot or Wasp or something anyways, and it's comfortable to them because they got websites and stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, even back in the early days when I first started out, I used to buy. I didn't know GZK had a website, and I was buying GZK stuff off of AliExpress, which turned out not to be GZK. It was just like cloned boxes, and it was GZK and Precise. Both of them had another company out in China pretending to make their elastic, and the elastic rolls didn't even
Oh yeah.
match. They just had the boxes. So I always tell people if you're going to be ordering stuff from anywhere, try to order it directly from the people. Like go to the GZK website, go to the Prime Fork website, hit up RVA, straight up on their website. That's the best way to do it.
Right.
I mean, just on Facebook alone, we've seen a lot of guys taking pictures of other people's work and claiming it's theirs and trying to sell them, or doing raffles and things, and they're, people never get their stuff, and I don't know, it's kind of rough.
Yeah, and what can you do really? I mean,
Yeah, once you've paid for it, it's too late. I mean, the raffles aren't so bad because they're usually like $10 or 10 pounds type thing. It's not so bad of a loss, but buying like a slingshot straight out and then finding out that the guy's some schmuck in the UK stealing other people's pictures, it kind of sucks.
well, is that a compliment? Would you take that as a compliment if someone started copying your Avro, or would you be pissed off?
I don't know. I know I've told one guy that I told Andrew he can make my Avro. I haven't given that permission to anybody else, but
Your weather looks the same. You guys, yeah. I'm in Richmond, but it's beautiful here. I mean, it feels great.
yeah, it's a
What's the
nice day
temperature
today.
like there, Mark?
Well, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. I didn't check the temperature though. I came out wearing my hoodie and I was like, oh wow, I won't need this today. It's beautiful out here.
Yeah, speaking of a hoodie, I got one of these. I got one of my Cool Hand Luke logos on a hoodie. I only ordered one though because it was stupid expensive, and I just wanted one for myself. But I had
Yeah.
a bunch of people ask me for a hoodie, so I might order a few of those next time I put my shirt order in.
But have you ever thought about setting something up on YouTube like what I have, through Spreadshirt or something like that?
No, I really haven't given any thought. I mean, all the shirts that I had made, I never even sold them. I gave them all away. So I wasn't really interested in selling them. But I mean, I don't know. I've had a lot of people ask me for, I've had a lot of people ask me for one. So I don't know. I might maybe in the future look into something like that.
Yeah, I mean it costs nothing, right? So once you get it set up and you don't have to do anything, you don't have to ship it, you don't have to anything like that. They just purchase it and then and it gets delivered to their home.
Yeah, that's nice. And they make it to order. I guess when it's ordered, they make it then.
Yep. And all the samples that I had from Spreadshirt, I'd made I'd made a request just to see what they were going to look like, and they shipped within 3 days.
Nice. Anthony says, "Do you focus on the target or the site?" There's different ways to do that. The way I do it is I look down the bands, almost like a bore sight, like a barrel. I'm looking straight down the bands like I would a gun barrel. And then once I got that lined up with the target, then I focus on the target and then let it fly once I feel like that's all in line. So I use the very tip of the very corner of my slingshot where those bands meet up with it to aim off of.
And that's pretty much what I do too, for the most part. I try to focus more on my fork tip. or where the band's connect to the forks, depending on the size of the forks, and I'll just try to line it up straight and shoot. I used to try to focus a lot on my release though, and I found that the more I started spending time like focusing on my release, the worse it got. So I started focusing more on my frame hand, and my release started to clean up a little bit. It was kind of weird.
I'm missing right today quite a bit for some reason. I'm missing to the right.
I've never quite figured that out. Sometimes you start shooting, feels like you're doing everything like you normally do, and then you come out doing the next day, and then you start like really hook it to the left or to the right. But I've never really noticed a difference. I'm thinking it's got something to do with my release sometimes when that happens, but I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. Well, you know that's the thing with slingshots. There's so many variables. You know, it depends on how you tie the band set on, how it's
Or
positioned on the
or
how
just a
it's
little bit
positioned
of
on the
this.
fork. I mean, there's so
Yeah.
many things. How you're nodding your head.
Yeah.
There's just so many factors.
I originally I used to anchor and then lean my head over, like kind of to try to stack the bands on top of each other. And I had found that after a long shooting sessions, I started leaning over more or anchoring weird, and like I started going wacky a little bit. So I decided to start standing up more straight. And the way I anchor to my face, I just keep my slingshot on slightly canted when I'm shooting, and
Yeah,
it
to line the
allows me
bands
to.
up,
Yeah, it just
still
allows
keep
me
those.
to. Yeah, still stacked on top of each other. It's just that instead of kind of like holding my pouch like this, I kind of turn it a little bit on my face, but in the same anchor point, and
Right,
it
right.
seems to work.
Yo, bootleg. Hey,
Yeah,
Paul.
keeps
You
keeps me from
probably have
leaning
one of those
over.
moving targets. Man, I got a chicken that's loose. He's in my neighbor's yard. I'm gonna have to.
There's your moving target.
He gets over there sometimes, or she gets over there, rather, I should say.
The bootleg. Mr. Red Shirt, your anchor point is higher than Mr. Black Shirt. Yep, maybe.
Speaking of, just your stance and your anchor point and everything like that. I don't know. I'm sure you've seen Jordan Smothers, but he has got like one of the most beautiful stances and draws when it comes to slingshots. I've
Yeah,
seen him
he does,
shoot
huh?
live several times at tournaments and stuff like that, and it's like just like a statue. I mean, if I could mimic anybody's shooting style, it would be his. I mean, he just looks just like a statue right there until the ball is released and hits its target. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's crazy. He doesn't wiggle or flinch or anything. It's pretty impressive to watch.
Got it. I got her.
Oh, there he is.
Be free. I grabbed her I just reached over the fence and grabbed her from over the side of the fence.
What this is, Anthony? I'm at around 11 meters, trying to keep my frame out of the sun. Otherwise, I get too much glare. So I'm about 11 meters here, 11 and a half maybe. Oh, that's been a while. How long you been shooting for, Luke?
Um, Almost 2 years. I started right at the end, like December of 2023 or January 24, somewhere around there.
Oh, nice.
My dad's been into it for a while. My dad's been doing it for 5 or 6 years, and he tried for a couple years to get me into it, and for the
Yeah,
longest time I wasn't interested, or I just didn't get it. I didn't catch the bug. But then I don't know. It just clicked. I just started watching more and more videos. I mean, your videos. I started watching a lot of your videos, and Jordan Smothers and Zach is of course Zach Fowler. A lot of people get started with.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. When I got started, it was pretty much Zach, Nathan, uh, Jorg Sprav, and Bill Hayes. And you got Gamekeeper John. But a lot of these guys, they didn't really have like tutorials and stuff, or they know like just how do you shoot a slingshot? It'd be like, yeah, well, you just put a ball in the pouch and you pull back and you shoot. Like that's all it was. It wasn't very clear what
right,
was out
right.
there. And Nathan probably had the best tutorials that were out there at the time.
Yeah. So anyway, I got more and more into it, and my dad talks nothing but slingshots. I mean, when we get together, and so around that time, he would come over and he'd be like, "Hey, did you see so and so's new slingshot video?" I was like, "Oh yeah, that's old news. I saw that last week." And it got to the point where I was watching this stuff, and I was on top of all the news and stuff like that before he was, and he was like, "Oh, you must have gotten really into this thing, caught the bug with this thing." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I've gotten really into it." And I started practicing every night and coming out here and shooting in the yard every day and stuff.
What
And
was
then
your
so
first slingshot?
my first slingshot was one my dad gifted to me. It was an LT, a Scout
Oh,
LT.
yeah, that's probably the best choice. I think for most people just starting out, that's the one that I push them towards almost every time. If you're gonna start out,
Yeah,
get a
the
Scout LP.
LT2 or the
Yeah.
LT, those are probably the best production frames. I really like those. I really like the Wasp Apex Plus. I think that's a really good production frame too if you can get it.
Oh
If you
yeah,
prefer that wider style.
yeah. The
But
Apex.
of course, we're from Richmond, so my dad got up with the RVA crew in Moan and was shooting them with them for a long time, and he kept on trying to invite me out to the shoot nannies and stuff, and I've eventually went with them.
Yeah, I can imagine something like that being an easy sell though. You go to one of those things, everyone's joking around, having a good time, and
Oh yeah,
little bit of shit talking going on, and everyone's having fun, eating food. I mean, it's kind of hard not to
oh yeah,
enjoy yourself.
oh yeah. It's awesome. I mean, that's the really big draw of the sport is the fellowship with people and the community and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, Anthony. So yeah, I'm shooting steel. I'm shooting 8 millimeter steel balls.
I got quarter inch,
Mark's got little balls.
little tiny balls.
But yeah, the steel is more accurate. Is going to be more accurate than your clay ammo because it's just they're all way more uniform.
Yeah.
But I mean, everyone I started with clay. I shot nothing but clay exclusively for like the first 6 months or so that I started shooting.
Oh yeah. I bought some clay too when I first started out, and I quickly went to 3/8 steel, and I shot that I guess for the first 6 months or so. And then I was watching Chris from Catapult Carnage, and he was talking about how he went to a tournament, and all the Chinese guys were out there shooting these small tiny balls, 8 millimeter and quarter inch, at the tournaments, and they all got smoked out. Like it was like a pretty good beating. I think like the first top 20 or whatever it is were Asian shooters, or top 10 or something like that. And
Yeah, it's pretty amazing when you see those videos of those tournaments over there in China and stuff. It's like those guys don't miss. I don't
yeah,
see. I just don't know
it's
what they're doing different, but it's amazing.
I think they must be like they must be practicing their asses off like all free times. They're out there shooting somewhere. But I wonder, like when you see like the World Cup and things, sometimes it looks like they got like 100,000 people in that stadium. It's like
Yeah, and
holy shit.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's
It must
crazy.
be. Yeah, it's a much bigger. I guess it's a much bigger sport over there. So you have more people participate in the sport, and you're bound to have with a bigger pool of people. You're bound to have the elite people are bound to be from a better
Yeah,
caliber
I
of
mean,
shooter, I guess.
and just imagine how many shooters they have over there. They must have. I mean, how many billion people are there? Is like 4 billion or something like that. 4 or 6 billion people. Can you imagine? Can you imagine having out of all those people, you've got a city that's got the population of the United States in it? You know?
Right.
It's fucking nuts. There must be lots of shooters. Big draw to pull from anyway. It's got to be nice for you guys though. You have like shooters that are near you. You can go and have like little meetups if you want, if you had time. And
Yeah, we do. So it's pretty much like clockwork. We meet at Moan Waller's place every other week. The weekend, Saturday shoot nannies.
yeah,
It's like a little, yeah, it's just like you said, it's like a little party. You got food and drinks and friends and music, shooting slingshots. It gets pretty rowdy. Get pretty competitive. We have a bunch of games that different games that we play. Matter of fact, the tic-tac-toe, which is like kind of sweeping the slingshot world right now, because they had tic-tac-toe at the AIM tournament. I saw they were shooting tic-tac-toe.
yeah.
We
Hocking
did
Hills too, I think. No.
Hocking Hills. We did it at East Coast Slingshot tournament. We kind of we started that at the shoot nannies. My dad actually came up with that shooting rack, the first tic-tac-toe shooting rack at Moan's place, out of a folding bed frame that he found on the side of the road.
Oh, nice.
And
I love
he
it.
came and he came up with that, and we put it together, and we had fun with it at the shooting range at Moan's. And then Keith, he's one of our RVA peeps. He's like the target master. We call him the target master. He makes all of the different target systems. He did a speed shoot target system. He made a tic-tac-toe. Thing for us, and he brought those to the East Coast Slingshot tournament, and that's what we did those comps on at the Slingshot tournament in Pennsylvania. What's up, Chad?
Yeah, I've got my tic-tac-toe board set up. I just got to get some pool noodles to cover the steel frame I made it out of, just in case I get any. Hey, there we go.
The ultimate photo bomb.
There's the wizard, slingshot wizard.
There it is. You should grab yourself a frame and get into the action.
Yeah, no. I got one frame in my car and the bands are broke on. I don't have any extra with me.
Oh no!
I was just telling him about the tic-tac-toe thing that you come up with.
Yeah, I've been listening to you the whole time. I've been driving.
Yeah,
cool.
so yeah, he came up with the tic-tac-toe idea, and we brought that to East Coast Slingshot tournament. We did we called it the tic-tac-toe jam. It was 2 nights where we did tic-tac-toe comps. That was a ton of fun. That was a blast.
That's the first place I saw it, was at your video. I think you had it right at the end of the video where they were doing it. I'm like, oh shit,
right.
That looks fun. Yeah.
Yeah, the neighbor just around the corner from where I live, they're always having yard sales, and what doesn't sell, they put out on the street. And they always have sports equipment and tools and stuff. And I drive by and I see it. Well, one day I saw it was like a cot bed frame, the kind that folds up. And Moan had been preaching, hey, we need to get these wood frames off the range because they ricochet so bad. And so I was always had my eye open for like metal shelving or something to be able to string targets on. And I saw that and I drove past it the first day. I thought, that might work. I drove past it the second day and I'm thinking, man, I should stop and get that. The third day, I finally stopped. I threw it in the car. I brought it home that night after work and I started disassembling it. And I was just going to stretch some cord and put targets on it. And then all of a sudden I realized how nice and symmetrical it was that I could put 3 targets on 3 lines and use it to shoot tic-tac-toe. So I took it to Becky's. I don't know if you've seen Becky with the 3/8 sheet. I took it to her house and we played there on it, for a few weeks. And then I took it to the shoot nanny and I set it on the range and nobody paid that much attention to it. And finally Moan said, hey, let's do tic-tac-toe. And then they started competing on that. And then Hocking Hills last year was the first time I took it to a tournament. And I put it on the range and a few people shot at it, just hitting the targets, not really playing the game. And then the next time I came by the range, it was not on there. And I thought, I wonder what they did. Maybe they just got tired of being in the way. Well, somebody had moved it down separately and they were just shooting it like crazy. And and the Robert Pursley, he must have won 60 different games off of that. and it was a huge hit. And then Moan asked our guy Keith Jones to make the frame so it's up higher and more permanent, more stable. And so he made 2 of them, and that's what ended up coming to the East Coast this year, and what they ended up shooting inside the building.
I know.
Okay,
Hey, now
I've
everyone's going crazy for it.
disrupted his thing and yours long enough. I'm watching you, and I just live like a mile and a half from Luke, so I thought I'd come by and say hey.
Oh, that's awesome, man. We should probably set up a live with 2 of us anyway. It would be fun.
Oh yeah, it would be great. All right.
Yeah, we could do
Here
that.
he is. I'll let him go.
No, that's cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know all that either.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all have fun.
All right. You don't want to shoot? I got extra frames here.
You have band. See,
I got a whole bunch of slingshots right here.
Falcon, right?
All right, yeah. Use the HDPE one, so when you orcate it, it won't matter. What's up, Andy?
Mr. Lowe, what's up? Yo, Kyle. Bootleg.
Y'all had a time at Josh's place this past weekend.
Yeah.
I think a bunch of them met up at
Josh got zapped by lightning.
What?
yeah. I was live on Discord with all these guys. He was working on his belt sander, and some lightning struck a tree out in the yard, and somehow he got zapped.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Fucking wild, man.
Does his hair stand up?
I don't know. He was just saying it felt like somebody threw something really hard at his back or something like that, and he's like, "What the fuck was that?" And they're like, "Lightning just struck outside." Yeah. Can you imagine?
That's incredible. No, that's crazy. And to catch it on video.
No, he did. It wasn't on video. I don't think he was just telling the story to it later on.
Man, that's crazy. Hey, Ron. Second place, Joe. What's up?
So I'm shooting this one now.
Oh yeah, that's the little S1, the
little
Natty
S1.
Yeah. I switched up to shooting an RVA catapults frame. This is a Moan made this. He freestyled cut this, but he said he was trying to cut a like a Nova design, Dave Longworth Nova.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's thin.
It's cool.
Actually the thinnest. It's actually the thinnest Moan Waller frame that I have, and it's because of that. I think it's one of the most comfortable frames that I've ever shot.
I can run super fast now. He says, Josh is in the chat.
What's up, Josh?
Yeah.
That's gonna give you slingshot superpowers.
Yeah, I really like that one. That one's pretty cool. What do you call that one? Does he have a name for it?
He said he freestyle cut it, but he was going for like a Nova design. You know, Dave Longworth's Nova.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like that's right up my alley. I like those goblet style frames. You know, it's similar kind of goblet-y looking.
Yeah, it's super comfortable.
Yeah, it's awesome. And the two, I like the 50-50, the 50-50 look on it. It's like kind of like what do you call it?
Yeah,
that's micarta on one side, natural micarta, or wood.
This is G10. This is like kind of like a transparent green G10 with splits and cuts in the middle.
Yeah.
And then poplar wood.
Oh.
It's got a really beautiful grain on it.
Oh, that's nice.
And those splits and cuts in the middle kind of make it look like it's got this faded kind of a it's got like a different color green here and then darker. That's it's because you're seeing through to those splits and cuts in the middle.
Well, hold that up again there. I'll see if you get my glasses on. I just want to see what the center line looks like. Oh shit, I see. Okay. Oh, that's cool, man. Fucking Moan, eh? I'm telling you.
This is my most recent custom that I got from him too. This is a
oh, I saw that
Forcula.
One. That's beautiful.
Hummingbird Forcula. It's got like this texture of this material almost looks like looks like the feathers of the bird.
Oh yeah.
It's really cool. I like that really thin. I really like that really thin frame. I feel like I got a really good control over it.
And what's the width on it?
It's a 90.
A 90, yeah? Yeah. Perfect. Perfection right there. That's his work's crazy, man. One of these days, he's definitely on my bucket list too. I've always liked the S1 too. I know one time he was I was watching Moan. He was in a tournament somewhere overseas, I think. I can't remember, but he was I think he was shooting an S1 and he was kind of shaking it out, trying to stay loose. It was so cool, and I saw his frame. I was like, "Fuck, that thing's really nice, man."
Yeah, the S1's just a classic. That's a super sleek design.
Yeah, holds great. It's kind of got that reminiscent of a Stanley handle to it, you know?
Yeah, that thin straight handle.
Yeah, I love it. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you like that Apex Plus, Al? I actually shot that Apex Plus a lot last year. When I first got it, that's what I shot at the first AIM tournament last year. I shot the whole tournament with that Apex Plus and did really well with it. And that new tri grip looks pretty cool. Looking
It's
forward
pretty
to trying.
cool. I know a lot of people were talking and saying, "Oh, it looks weird, man. I don't know." And I'm like, "Man, I picked that thing up and I filmed my first shots just to, let because Simon sent me a prototype, and I went outside.
Red Spartan, we're shooting slingshots. Sorry, go ahead.
Red Spartan Productions. What's up, man? We I went outside and I took my first shots with it down in the catch box on the grass, and I was kind of blown away at how how instantly it just felt right in my hand. I was just shooting and I was looking at it at first. I'm like, this is kind of weird, but that bend in the front, and you're kind of holding on to it, and it's like super comfortable.
Is it cantered? I mean, it's the frame is naturally cantered because of that curve.
Yeah, it's got a real big curve into it. So when you're holding it, you're holding everything which is with a straight wrist, but it's like super comfortable
Yeah,
with
yeah,
that straight.
that looks nice. Hey,
Yeah.
Becky, there's Becky with the 3/8 that my dad was talking about earlier.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I bought a frame called the Canter. That was from that UK company. They make all those.
I got one too, and I hate it with a passion.
Me too. I
Fucking
thought it
hate
looked
it.
so cool. I thought it was going to be so comfortable, kind of
They
like you're
designed it.
talking about the tri grip. But
They
I
desi-
could not hit anything with it.
Yes, because they designed it backwards. They've got it set up with the fork tips where you have to have it. You have to have the curve bending towards you instead of away from you.
Yeah, it's so strange.
It's so weird and it's so uncomfortable. Like I fucking hate it.
I shot it.
I
I shot it like twice, and then matter of fact, it was one of the tape. There was one of the frames I put on the giveaway table at my first East Coast Slingshot tournament last year. I was like, somebody else can do
Yeah,
it.
let me tell you, when I get down to East Coast Slingshot, mine's gonna be going on the table too. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that thing. But the one from what's that place called? What's that Pro Shot Catapults?
Yeah, that's it.
I've got the Titan Hunter from there, and
I
that
have
one I
one
really
too.
like.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have one too. Those things are nice.
yeah, that I like.
The anodized, they had the different colors anodized.
Yeah, when I got mine, they only had the silver one available. But
Oh yeah, those are nice. I got a green anodized one. It's awesome.
oh wow, they also had the PPMG Plus. I got one of those too, which was kind of a mistake, I think, because it's the fork width on it's like 105. it's it's fucking huge. It feels like I'm shooting a bow. It's so wide.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you shoot, isn't it? 110 or something.
I've made customs that are like that. Just natties, not
My
custom.
dad shoots really wide frames.
He must anchor point. His anchor point must be down around his mouth, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's where my anchor point is, right at the corner of my mouth. But I shoot 85 to 90 usually.
Yeah, I'm right on my cheekbone. I'm right on my cheekbone, but with and I shoot a 90, and that's point on for me.
Hello from Oregon. I'm in Virginia.
And I'm in Quebec, Canada.
Slingshot, bringing the world together.
Yes,
Hope
sir.
everyone is having a good day. Thanks, Miles.
Yeah, I've been messing around with that 1/4 inch lately, and the I was originally shooting the 0.4, but I'm trying 0.45 out today with it. It seems to be okay, but I was testing out the Simple Shot 0.4, and I
The
love
black.
the black. Yeah, I love the way it feels, but man, the longevity is not that good on it. I don't know what the deal is, but
Yeah, I usually shoot 0.5. I recently shot a few 0.45s, mainly because there were some folks gave me some 0.45s to try. I really like that Wasp. What's it called? AK Velocity in a
Yeah, velocity.
0.45.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. And then Weston's Purple Tritium is 0.45, and matter of fact, I just made some band sets with that. I haven't shot it yet. I haven't banded anything up with it yet.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get some of that. I'll get some of that in probably next week.
It feels good. I mean, I've just feeling it, and after I cut the band sets and kind of testing it out, but I just haven't shot anything with it yet. But it's feels really nice. For the longest time, I was exclusive on the Sniper Sling Yellow. For like the first 8 months or so, I was exclusive Sniper Sling Yellow. And then, of course, I tried all the Omega stuff, which is really nice. I'm a big fan of the green and the white both. And lately,
the green 0.5 and the white green 0.45 and the white 0.5 are the ones that I like from Omega. Yeah.
And then what I have on here is that the Precise Cyan.
You know what? I'm kind of liking it.
The Precise Cyan is really nice.
Yep, but that's another one too. I can't seem to get good longevity out of it, but it's not bad. The Cyan 0.4 seems to get more life than the Simple Shot 0.4, and it's slightly lighter. So I've got a draw weight of 0.42 with the Cyan, and I got a draw weight of 0.5, 4.2 with the Cyan and and 5 pounds, I guess, with the Simple Shot.
Yeah, I've never measured anything. I mean, like with the what is it called, a chronometer?
Yeah.
I've never measured any of my setups or anything like that. I'd be really interested to seeing what my average setup speed is.
Yeah, what I try to do is because I'm just out here plinking in the yard, I don't really need crazy speeds, especially with the small ammo. I mean, I haven't done this with the 0.4 with the 1/4 inch yet, but I usually try to get in between 270 and 280 feet per second with all my setups. So whenever I buy an elastic, I'll come out here and test it, and I'll test a couple of different active band lengths and tapers and see how they're at, and then I start letting the balls rip through the crony just to see basically where I'm getting them at, because I find once you get your speed done or your speed set and you're using the same ammo, you just write down what your setup is on the inside of the carton of the box. So whenever I'm pulling out Sniper Sling, I gotta cut them at this. Whenever I'm pulling at that, I cut at that, and it kind of makes it interchangeable. So when I take my bands out of my bag and I throw them onto a frame and I start shooting, I know that they're all going around the same speed to get me to that 270 feet per second or 280, and I know where my shots are going to be landing distance wise all the time. Maybe it's a little
that's a good idea.
A little overkill for the nerd in me, but it's
well, that's a part of enjoying the hobby, right? All the little the details of all the little minutia and everything.
Yeah.
I started so I cut bands at different lengths if it's going on a clipped frame or not. So I've got bags of bands for clipped frames, because of course you use more material when you're tying it.
Yep.
And then I've designated what's what by the color of my band tying material right here at the pouch. So like my the crystal string that I tie my pouch on, I've got a color coded system. So if they're one length, I'll tie it with a purple. If it's another length, I'll tie it with a yellow. So that way, when I'm grabbing stuff out of my bag quickly, even though it's labeled in my bag, I can always look down at my Slingshot and make sure I got the right band set on there.
Oh, cool.
Sorry.
I should probably do that with my butcher string
Cool.
for all my wrap and tucks. My wrap and tucks, I could use a red one, and for my other one, I could just use the plain white one. That would work. That's a good idea, actually. I like it.
Okay. See ya.
All right, good. I'll keep watching.
Slingshot Wizard is out.
Later, Larry. Take it easy, man.
All right. Good seeing you.
Yeah, you too.
How do you liking that? Do you have your targets strung up with that
Magic string
with that
there,
magic?
or-
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Magic
got
stretch.
some on there. Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff's the best.
Yeah, I've got my top targets got that. I use shock cord for the thicker stuff, like like the wasp flippers have that big hole in them.
Right.
So I use my shock cord for those. I was actually was going to ask you about that. What do you use to keep your target centered? You just tie like a knot in it or something, or?
Well, this is not my idea, and I haven't set mine up yet like this, but I'm going to. But Weston and Kevin, Sketchy Slings.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one came up with the idea first. I think Weston he made a video about using bobber stoppers. They're like little silicone beads that you can
I
slide
got some.
onto the yeah.
Yep.
So that's what I'm gonna use. I don't have anything on there right now. I just keep on hitting it. If it slides over to the side, I'll hit it and try to. That's kind of it's kind of a game of mine. If it goes over to the side, I try to hit it and knock it back over to the center. But no, those bobber stoppers. My dad put it on one of his setups, and he said they work beautifully.
Bobber stopper with like a little bead or something, maybe for some of the bigger hold ones.
We can get bobber stoppers in different sizes, with the inside diameter being different sizes. So
Yeah.
I guess you just match that up to whatever cordage material that you've got up. I mean, you want that inside diameter being slightly smaller than the diameter of your stretch magic.
So it's gonna spin freely and yeah.
Right.
Oh. Yeah, I've got some work to do before the end of the season here because winter's on its way, and pretty soon my backyard's gonna have 3 feet of snow in it. So I gotta get that guy cleaned up and put a new one up there. I want to raise it up a little bit higher, but get that one cleaned up and done. And then down at the end here, I'm planning on keeping a runway snowblowed out with the snowblower, so I have a shooting lane so I can come out in the backyard and still shoot in wintertime. Ooh,
yeah, and the thing that sucks about the wintertime is that it gets dark so early. So when I get home from work, it's already getting dark.
Yeah.
So last year I bought these big like shop lights, like really bright shop lights, and I set those up. They're basically like really really high powered floodlights on a stand, and I'll set those up in the yard and shoot until 9 or 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm thinking about possibly just getting myself a couple of little cheap flashlights. And when I want to shoot down to the catch box over here, I'm just going to shine one inside the bottom of the catch box and then have another one pointing at it from here. It should work out. Or if I could find a way to install a light in there, it would be great.
Yeah, that's getting a little sophisticated.
Yeah.
Anthony says, ever use pickle forks? I've shot a pickle fork like twice in my life, and it didn't go real well. So I stopped there and didn't pick it back up again. But that's not to say I won't. I just
I've shot some pickles. I shot some pickles, and actually, I absolutely love that planchette you sent me there.
Oh yeah. That's a cool design. If I knew how to shoot it well, I'd shoot it more often.
It took me. I have a few pickles that I was shooting. I have 2 from Hillbilly. I have 1 from Sniper Sling. I had 1 that I made myself, and I don't know. They shot okay, but the planchette, I came out to shoot it, and I was talking with Leon. I'm like, fuck, I can't even hold on to the thing. It's so small. And he's like, you got to put a pinky lanyard on it. And I'm like, a pinky lanyard?
Yeah.
Shit, that might work. I tried it out. Oh my god, it changed it. It's like all of a sudden it just holds perfect. That little piece of camera kind of that tarred rope, like trot line, similar to that.
Right.
I tied a little
right on the end of the frame.
Yeah,
it like comes off the end of the frame.
Yeah, I attach it to the frame, just wrapped it around my pinky in a tiny little loop, and it makes it feel like a larger frame in your hand, so it's much better to shoot.
Awesome.
Yeah, I had come out and to shoot this S1 a couple of times, and I've been messing around with these freaking ladybugs are so annoying. Do you get swarmed by those things down there?
Yeah, we get.
Wow,
They
they're
haven't
so
been too
annoying.
bad this year, but there are years when they're worse than others, and they're everywhere.
Oh, they're awful this year in my area, man. They're like just to give you an idea, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They're fucking everywhere. 14. They're everywhere. I got like 30 of them in here. It's disgusting, and they're flying around, landing on your eyeballs and shit. They don't care, you know.
Well, a lot of people think they're good luck. That means you must be really lucky.
Well, not these ones. I think it's the old orange ones that you've rarely seen every now and then. But now they got all these Asian ones that are here, and they bite.
Oh wow! No, I don't think I've seen those. I've never been bitten by a ladybug.
Yeah, these ones bite. They're like you know the orange ones that we have. Here, look at this. This one, it's like a yellow color, and these little fuckers will bite you.
We got there's an insect infestation that's coming from the west. It hasn't gotten to Richmond yet, but there's this bug called a spotted lanternfly, and they're coming. Matter of fact, I was just out in the mountains of Virginia a couple weeks ago, out a little west of Richmond, where I live.
Yeah.
And I saw them everywhere. Like every gas station we stopped at, every rest stop we stopped at, I saw these spotted lanternflies everywhere. And I've been hearing on the news they're like super bad for the environment. They're like really invasive. They eat like good insects that are good for the ecosystem and stuff. And they just like destroy ecosystems with how fast they populate. But yeah, I mean I haven't seen any in Richmond yet, but I heard that if you ever see one, you're supposed to kill them.
Yeah, you'll never be able to control those though. That's the thing that's shit. Once those things show up, you're pretty much fucked. We have one that we got here from China called the emerald ash borer, and it killed almost all of our ash trees now.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, they're all these tiny little green things, and you know once you see one, that means there's fucking millions of them out there.
Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah, it's too late. We also got some of those Asian carp up here too in the waters, which sucks. They come in and they consume everything.
So can you fish for those and get rid of them?
We're not. Well, you can, but you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to release them. You have to take them out.
Yeah.
Which I got no problem with. I mean,
yeah, there's a couple snake species. I mean, a couple fish species around here that they encourage you to not release them. There's the snakehead, which is like this nasty, like some people call them bowfins.
yeah, it's not the same fish though.
Oh, is it not?
No, they're very similar.
The bowfin is what they tell you to take. I know that's what they tell you to take out, and the snakeheads too. I thought they were the same thing.
No, they're slightly different, I think. But they're extremely predatory. Those fish are crazy.
Al, scared of land sharks?
Yeah, a little bit of Sharknado for you, eh?
Up there on the Jersey Shore.
That's true. It's King New Jersey right there. him and Joey Diaz. I'm scared of land sharks. What's up, Bradley? How you doing? Brundle flies are really bad.
Around my yard, we have occasionally you have an infestation of those stinky night toads.
Oh, really? Do they smell? Stinky night toad.
You never heard that?
No.
You ever heard someone say, "Oh, it must have been a stinky night toad," and you rip a fart, and someone's like, "Dang, what's that?" "Oh, it must have been a stinky night toad."
First time I heard it, but I'm using it. Oh man. Ah.
This Torque X I've got banded up a little bit tighter than I do most of my frames. A matter of fact, I've got a heavier taper on this. I got a 2012 taper on this, and it's banded a little bit shorter. As I was actually using this to hunt, had rats in my backyard several months
Oh.
ago. They were getting into my chicken feed, my chicken's coop and stuff.
Yeah.
And I come out here and pop some of those rats with this thing, and I took out a bunch of them. I mean, over the course of like,
Yeah, that's true. I think you did one on your live, right? On a live one time.
yeah,
or on a
I
video?
got two
Yeah.
on a live, which was
Yeah, yeah.
awesome.
I saw that. That was awesome.
But yeah, I was using this to take them out. I probably got 5 or 6 of them within a week's time, and yeah, 2 of them I got on that live. This is what I did it with, but I got this thing banded up pretty heavy.
You just feed them to your chickens after?
No,
No.
I don't know. I mean, I probably could, but I've heard that once they get a taste for meat stuffs, then they'll start or blood, then they'll start pecking on each other. The chickens will start pecking on each other.
Oh, really? Oh, who knows? I have no idea. I know. My brother-in-law had some chickens for a while, and every now and then a mouse would get in there, and as soon as the birds saw it, they just shredded the thing. it was
Yeah,
awful.
they will. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like piranha. I mean, anything you throw out there, they devour.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Zach?
Hunting rats. Wow, impressive. And you know what? Hitting those things is not. It's not a real easy shot too, because they're constantly moving around. You know, like they move,
Yeah.
they pause. Their head goes up, their head goes down. You know, they move, they pause. It's like,
Yeah, and their heads are so small. I mean, their heads are as big as like an acorn.
yeah.
So
You
if you're
gotta be,
trying to get a good headshot, it's not easy.
It's almost like trying to shoot a squirrel on the ground too. You know, they're always moving and shaking and twitching and all kinds of weird stuff.
How's it going, dudes? What's up, Zach? I'm sorry I missed you at the. Were you at the AIM tournament, Zach? I really missed being there. I couldn't go because I had there was an event I had to do with my kids yesterday. One of their skating events. What did I say? Yeah, I meant AIM anyways. But anyway, yeah, last year was awesome. I knew they were just gonna get better from there. So I knew it was gonna be a good event. But I had stuff going on this weekend, so couldn't make it. Yeah, family first. That's right. Yeah, I definitely had FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah, that's the worst. I'm hoping somebody put together a video. I noticed that Andrew Axum put together a video of AIM. I was just about to start watching it this morning, but I'm gonna have to check it out. I want to see what I like watching those tournaments.
See what's he put a pretty good video together. I think he shows the woods course mostly, but it's really good.
I think your video of the East Coast Slingshot tournament, though, that was probably the best tournament video I've ever seen. Like by far.
Oh, well, thank you.
Like not even close. It was like really, really well done.
I appreciate it. That's what I was going for. I wanted to just make a totally comprehensive. That was my second year there. So the first year was just getting to know everybody and get the kind of the feel of things and how everything worked. And then so the second year I came prepared. I was like, I'm going to film as much as I can. I really want to put this into one comprehensive kind of guide of how this thing looks and how it works, and to give people an understanding that might not have been there or has never been, you know, how all the different events work and everything. And I really wanted to do something similar at Hocking Hills, but that didn't go as planned. I had a late start getting there. As a matter of fact, I didn't even think I was going to go. I got there late and just had to rush through everything. So I didn't really get to film what I wanted to film there. Plus, it was my first time there. So I'm glad that I decided not to like burden myself with trying to film everything to make a video. I just wanted to be there and like be in the moment and kind of with my friends and hang out. But next year, which I plan to go next year. Next year, I'd like to do a similar video for Hocking Hills Slingshot tournament.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be very cool. Because that other video was so good. It's like for somebody like me who's never been to a tournament, when you see that that breakdown that you did, it's very clear. It's like after you were done, I was like, oh man, okay, okay, I'm definitely missing out. I gotta try to figure out how to get down there.
Oh, it's a ton of fun.
Yeah.
You know, plus all the just the activities. You know, we came up with so many different games and activities that were outside of the regular Slingshot tournament scoring. You know, we did the Tic-tac-toe jam, 2 different nights. They did the blue skin shootout, which is like the speed shooting competition, which is outside of regular tournament scoring. All the walks through the woods course, you know, at night doing the spotlight. You know, people are out there with their headlights and spotlights doing the woods course at night. That's a ton of fun.
It's like you're out there
Um,
poaching the woods course.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, it's really something that I looked forward to since the first year I went, and it really lived up to it. Just getting to see everybody and, you know, just making the most out of it. You know, the RVA catapults crew, we did the setup on the practice range, and we had that thing packed out with all kinds of targets. We call it a target rich environment. It had all kinds of poppers, lighters, exploding targets, just like all over the place. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's wicked.
Yeah,
Just
Sling
seeing,
family reunions. That's exactly right.
just seeing the shooting Annie also. When you look at the shooting range that he's got going on over there, is like you know, it's almost like
Yeah.
like target overload. They're everywhere.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to. I know that's what that's what Moan was trying to recreate was kind of like his shooting his backyard at the tournament.
Freddie, I would say 9mm. The long distance champ for Zach.
Long distance champ at AIM. That's cool. I saw the results. I didn't really get through to look through them real thoroughly, but it looked like a lot of fun from some of the videos and pictures I've seen posted so far.
Yo, what's up, Turtle? A Turther. Sorry, Turther. My bad. Should probably read it with my glasses on. It would help.
What's up? I picked up the ear cutter by Adam Cantrell. I picked this frame up when I was at the Hocking Hills tournament.
The ear cutter. That's so
Ear
cool.
cutter.
What a good name.
He calls it the ear cutter.
Oh, that's nice.
Supposedly, so his brand is called Dragonfly Catapults.
Yeah.
So supposedly, an ear cutter is another name for the dragonfly, which that's the first I've heard that. But he said he heard that from somebody.
The ear cutter. Oh, yeah. 8-inch target at 75 feet. Wow, that's a shot and a half.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What's that, around 25 meters, I'm assuming? 75 feet? That's a good shot.
You got to break it down for the metric system guy.
Yeah.
That's about 117 cheeseburgers. Yeah.
Leathering a new grip on my carbon fiber bow. Nice. How long should rubber bands be? It really depends on your draw length, Freddie. If you want to check it out, I've got a really good video on that. It's called Band Tuning: The Ultimate Guide. Check it out. I do walk you through it A to Z on that vid. 6 of
That's a
us went.
great video too. I mean, sorry to cut you off, but I
No,
mean,
no worries,
when I
bud.
first started getting into slingshot shooting, you know, you were super instrumental in a lot of the stuff I was learning at the time. You know, just trying to figure stuff out. It was super helpful. You know, the stuff that you post about testing different latex materials and you know, pouches and all that stuff it's really good.
It was kind of it was kind of tough when I first started out trying to. Fucking little bastard just bit me on the forehead. Fuck you, tell your friends. he he Yeah, there wasn't really much out there when I first started shooting on how to make bands and all that stuff, and I didn't even understand how the elongations played into any of that. And you know, it was kind of like, wow, I got this roll, I've got this this cutting board, I got all the tools to make it, but how long do I make them? You know, like, man, these bands kind of suck. I don't know why. They're not really getting the ball down there. And then I start realizing about how it works with the active band lengths, and slowly but surely, I got all the information together. And then if you're making your own bands and you're just starting out, man, does that open up a whole new world to the hobby? How to really fine tune your shots, and you're
Yeah,
saving a shit ton of money having your own bands being made at home. And it's really, really easy. It's, you know,
it's like an extra layer of the onion. You know, you get into it because of the
yep,
fun of the shooting, but then once you get a little further into it, it's like, oh, there's all these little extra things you can get into. You can get into cutting your own bands and making your own frames, and you know, it's just so much to it. You know, it just goes on and on. All the attention to detail.
yep. And if you're really having fun with it and you want to try to reduce your draw weight or increase it or do whatever it is, all it is just cutting your bands a little longer, a little shorter, you know, and you could really dial them into exactly how you like them. And I don't know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's definitely it's definitely way better than buying pre-mades. I don't know how people get by cutting, you know, shooting pre-mades. I mean, I know there's a business out there for them, and people don't want to make them, but
Oh yeah, once you start cutting, you never go back.
no, no. I think my first couple of pre-mades I got was from Simple Shot, and a couple of other frames that I had bought early on that came with elastic, but all of them were like I was getting 0.7, 0.8, you know, they were cut really, really long, like I was shooting long draw almost, but I was a short draw shooter. And when I cut them down, sometimes they didn't make it all the way to my anchor point. You know,
Yeah.
I had no idea, you know, but
Well, that is part of the blessing of being where I am in Richmond, and that we get to shoot with a group of people, is because you can kind of compare notes. You know, you can kind of see what's working for somebody else. You can see somebody's shooting style, and you know, ask, you know, well, why do you do it that way, and why do you tie your bands that way, and why do you cut your stuff? You know, it's like there's so many more. You can learn in 3 months when you're shooting with other people more than you can learn in a year from watching YouTube videos.
oh,
And
100%.
that's really a huge benefit of getting together with people to shoot with. I mean, I know when like when my dad and Becky they started shooting, there was nobody. You know, they didn't know that Moan Waller was just a few miles down the road, and you know, and when they heard that he was, they saw a video of his online. My dad tracked him down. They started shooting with him. You know, he was able to show them stuff that he corrected within 10 minutes of seeing them shooting. Then, and they had already been shooting for like a year at that point. You know, just because you know, they had somebody that that could watch their release, that could watch, you know, their form. You know, he could see, you know, how loose the bands were and all kinds of stuff. But yeah,
That's so
if you can
valuable.
find a group of people to shoot with, it goes a long ways.
Oh yeah. And even like in my case, a lot of the theories that I had come up with, I mean, that I had realized, I can't say I came up with them, but I mean, I had realized, and I guess it is just from the natural shooting progression of just, you know, figuring shit out while you're shooting. A lot of that stuff, I was like, man, could it be like fork widths actually affect how high and how low you shoot? You know, like, is that
Right?
possible? And then I did a video on it, and I went from a 100 millimeter frame all the way down to an 85, and I shot them, and I was like, oh shit, you know, like I'm
Yeah.
using my anchor point plus the fork tip, and when I shot the 100, I didn't even hit the paper target. I dropped below and hit my catch
Yeah.
box. You know, I
Yeah.
was
I
like,
remember
oh
that
shit,
video. I remember that
yeah.
video.
So I proved it out, and then I shot the video, and
So Anthony, preferred band thicknesses can vary. I mean, I'd say most of your like target shooters, they're going to be around 0.4 all the way up to like 0.7, but 0.45 to 0.5 is what I'd prefer to shoot. This is 0.5. But it all depends on what size ammo you're shooting. You gotta adjust for how heavy the ammo is that you're throwing. That's also going to play into how long you cut your bands and your active band length. But like Mark said, he's got a really good video. He's got a bunch of good videos, but that he addresses, kind of how to figure that out and how to calculate that. How do you adjust for different distances? Well, you can adjust your aim. You can adjust your frame. Kind of like your sight picture when you're aiming.
Yeah. So basically, what I do when I'm shooting long distance, let's say my target is my nose. So if I'm shooting at 10 meters, I would take my fork tip. See where my fork tip is? I put my fork tip right on my nose. So, hold on, let's get the glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. I'll take that fork tip, I'll line up my bands, and I'll aim right at my nose. So I'm right there. It should be looking pretty good, and that's that. Now, if I'm going to be shooting at a longer distance, I don't change anything about how I'm shooting, except for instead of putting my fork tip on my nose, I split my target in half and I come up by about 1/8. So instead of having this part right here as my my point on, I come down here and I split my target in half. That's 20 meters. That's what I do. And if I go a little bit farther, I'll drop it down again a little bit farther. And you'll have to mess around at different distances just to get a feel for it and where you should be shooting at. But I never change my anchor point. Some guys like to drop their anchor point down, and that I never change my anchor point at all. If it's
I
gonna
do the
be
same thing.
yeah, if I'm going to be shooting at something that's close up, I may have to drop my fork tip down below my target a little bit. Or if I'm shooting something really, really far, I have to raise my fork tip up, but I just aim off of a lower part of my fork and split my target in half. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's a good explanation. That was what I was trying to say, but you just did it a lot better. Mark, I gotta get running here in a second. I got some errands I gotta do.
No worries, Luke.
But it's been fun. Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to do it again sometime.
Anytime. Let me know.
And I'll when I get some shirts made up, I will send you a shirt. This is what they look like.
Yeah, they're pretty badass.
It's funny. It's funny. A lot of people. It's funny how many people don't know who Cool Hand Luke is. I mean, you know Cool Hand Luke the movie.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with it? So the guy in my logo, that's Paul Newman.
Yeah.
From the movie Cool Hand Luke, and he's shooting a slingshot. But I've just been amazed how many people. I thought that was just like a classic that everyone had seen that movie. But over the past couple years, when I tell people my YouTube handle, they're like, "Oh, what does that mean?" I was like, "Well, it's a play off of it's a take off the movie with Paul Newman." And so many people look at me like so confused. They don't know they don't know who I'm talking about. But
no, it's kind of wacky.
That's like one of my favorite movies. And then of course I got to explain to him that's Paul Newman in the logo shooting a slingshot. Anyway, hopefully his family doesn't come after me, sue me for using his likeness or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not selling anything though, so I figured what's the harm? I'm just because like I said, it's just all for fun. I never sold anything except I've sold a couple frames, that I'm trying to get rid of it here and there. But as far as like the shirts and stuff like that, I gave all those away.
Yeah, I guess if you were gonna plan on selling those, you'd have to swap out old Newman for you, and then be like, "Hey, I'm Cool Hand Luke." Hey, that's my name. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never even heard of this movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I told folks at the next tournament we ought to have a Cool Hand Luke sponsored event as a boiled egg eating contest.
or shooting boiled eggs anyway.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm gonna pack it up. I gotta get rolling. I got some stuff to take care of today. But it was a blast. I really appreciate you inviting me. Thanks.
Yeah, it was
a
lot of fun. We should do it again, Luke.
Yeah, it's a good time, and I always enjoy watching your videos. I've been a fan since I first discovered you a couple years ago. You're super informative, and You do a lot for the slingshot community and getting more eyes on the sport. It's really appreciated.
Wow, thanks, man. It's nice to hear. Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
nice to hear. Alrighty, dude.
All right, y'all. It's been fun. I gotta run. Thanks, Mark. Thanks everybody in the chat. Thanks for joining in, and I will see you around. Appreciate it.
Take it easy, bro.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
You too.
Shoot to win. Well, thank you, man. Glad you enjoyed it. It's always good to have Luke on the channel. First time, and hopefully won't be the last. He's a good dude. You're stuck with me, Sean. Unfortunately, I'm going to be hanging out for a little while longer, doing a little bit of shooting and chatting. Should be fun. See how it goes. I got a whole bunch of frames with me today. I can show them to you if you want. I'll give you a look at what we've been shooting at so far, or what we have been shooting so far, and versus what we've still got left to shoot. So I started off the live shooting this guy. I haven't shot my Spitfire in quite a while. This is a made by Tim Henry for the Omega shop. It's called Spitfire. Really, really cool slingshot. Then we switched to the S1, which was actually a gift from Luke. We're shooting this guy, made by Moan. It's pretty badass also, and it's actually shooting pretty nice for me. Then we switched to this guy. This was the Beagle from Prime 4 Catapults. This is my very first custom slingshot. Really, really badass. Love this thing. Now we're shooting the Hooligan. I quite like this frame. Actually, the more and more I shoot it, the more and more I like it. I should probably do a video on the Hooligan someday soon. Maybe even today when we're done the live, I'll come out here and do a little vid with the Hooligan, which is about to snap the bands. Yeah, I got a little cut in the bands here. I've had quite a long shooting session with this one. We were out here on a live. I shot almost the whole live with the Hooligan. It was a lot of fun, but the bands are just about gone, and it's a shame because this thing shoots like a boss for me. It's pretty much a point and hit frame for me. This thing, it's pretty badass. I don't know how many in a row we're at, though. There must be quite a few. Just keep hitting this thing, I'm telling you. The Hooligan's a hell of a shooter. I got precise on here. I don't know if I should keep going. It's it's pretty bad. Maybe we'll take one more shot. One more shot. See if we can hit that 12 with it. Get a hit on the 12, and then we'll retire this set. Yeah, I'm starting to shoot really high. This thing's going to let go at any minute. Okay, I'm not going to take the chance. There we go. She's dead. All right, and the last one I brought out with me is the Avro. But I'm not crazy about this setup I have on here. Do I hunt at all? No, I'm not allowed to hunt in my area, man. It would be great if I could, but I have to go to Ontario to do any hunting. So it's kind of tough getting any property or land that I'm allowed to do it in. I mean, I'm perfectly licensed and all that stuff. I'm okay to do it, just not in my own province. Yeah. 0.4. .4 simple shot. I don't think it's going to make it into my rotation. It's a little heavy for .4 bands, and I haven't been getting the best band life out of it. So this will be my one and only band, or my one and only roll, I think, of this. I'll probably shoot it. I'll shoot it until I'm done, and then call it done. I much prefer the precise. The precise is lighter, and it lasts a little bit longer. But performance-wise, it's pretty good. It's about a half pound, a little bit over a half pound heavier than the precise. And actually, I was actually planning on trying out some of the Omega White 0.45 on there, because it's actually really light. The 0.45 green I have on the S1, and it's shooting pretty good for the 1/4 inch. Can't really complain about that at all. Shooting pretty good with it. But Avro Designer is a sniper. Well, thank you, Mr. Al. Prime Fork, love them. I'm going to get a Beagle 2 for myself for Christmas. Yeah, they're nice, man, the Beagle 2s. I prefer the original, though. Rabbits are open season, so year in yeah, all year in Alberta, eh? That's sweet. You have that many? No slingshot hunting squirrels or rabbits in my province. No, I'm allowed to in Ontario, not here. We're not allowed to hunt squirrels at all in my province. They have a ban on hunting them because they spread the acorns in the trees around. Apparently, is the reason. I don't know. I think they just shit out the nuts. I think that's all they do. But anyway, it is what it is. Hopefully, I'll be able to get out to Ontario and do a little bit of hunting at some point. It would be nice. I would definitely make the trip for that if I could find some property that I could legally hunt on. Oh, there's a miss. Well, yesterday I was down here on the bottom on the grass, shooting at the. How are we doing for battery? 48% only. Why? I'm plugged in. What the fuck's happening? Hold on. How are we doing now? We charging now? Yeah, we're charging now. I think we're charging. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're charging now. What would be the limited distance wise with a slingshot? For me, it would be around 20 meters. Anything beyond that, it would be pretty hard to make a good clean headshot. But I mean, getting that close to a rabbit or a squirrel is actually pretty easy. 20 meters is a good fair distance. They still think that you can't see them from that distance when they freeze. You'd have to stay a little more. I guess try not to be too crunchy when you're walking through the woods making noise, but it's so hard to focus on what you're doing. You got bugs landing on your head and your feet and your legs. I see people walk up to rabbits within a few meters. I had a couple of rabbits during a live just fucking stop right in between my legs and start fucking. Imagine that. Yeah. 2 rabbits started banging right in the middle of a live. It was kind of funny. They just ran around in circles, ran right between my legs, started stomping their feet. One bent over, and the other one just went to town. I'm like, hey, get the fuck out of here, you. Had to give them the, had to be the cock blocker and get rid of them. They were just running around the yard, just banging at every location. Oh, okay, easy. Ladybugs, come on. Indian Minna birds. I don't know what those are. Did you let them finish? No, man. I broke that shit up. I broke that shit up. This is not a kid show, but I mean, I don't want anybody to get offended, right? No rabbit porn allowed on ATO slings. I'm kind of pissed those bands broke. I was having fun with that. I'm kind of thinking about messing around a little bit with some of the 22 to 14 bands that I shoot for 5/16, but just making the active band length quite a bit longer for the 1/4 inch. Using that taper on the 0.4, and see if I can get more life out of my bands. Might be worth it. Might be worth it, but I don't want to be sending these things too hot. Because the 18 to 12 is, I mean, I got some good speeds on those, hitting that 40 mil flipper there. I was out here yesterday, just messing around with my Slingshot, hoping to get a new record on the 50 shots at a 40 millimeter flipper. And man, I was doing well. I was doing well until somebody let my dog out. He started barking at me. Ah, there's a miss. And then he started barking at me, and then I put him back inside the house, and I started shooting. And then I would hear, you know, that you pull back, you're getting ready to shoot, and you hear that your band just get that first split, and it goes, does that little click noise. Then I got paranoid that my bands were going to snap, and then I just fell apart at the end. I think I ended up getting something like 38 or 39, which is not bad shooting, but I was a little bit disappointed because my record is 45, and I was hoping just to hit 46, just to only miss 4 shots. But I mean, that's a tough ask. And it was kind of funny. When I shot the other one, I hit like 15 shots, then missed one. Then I hit 15 shots, then I missed one. And then I shot like another 10 or so shots, and I had all the rest of my misses in the last stretch. But it's not always easy to get that done. Rabbits must have been offended. Yeah. They might have been. Do I shoot every day? No, not every day. I would like to, but I don't get to shoot every day. There's some days I'm just too busy. But there's a lot of times, like when I'm out here, for example, cooking dinner, I'll get the barbecue lit and I'll throw a chunk of meat on there. And while I'm out here, I just do a little bit of plinking while I'm flipping burgers or doing whatever it is I'm cooking. And so sometimes my practice can be like 30 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever it is I happen to be cooking that day. But I do that. Fuck. So annoying, these bugs. I do that, and then on the weekends, I usually come out in the morning, like you've seen on my Facebook, where I've got a couple of pictures of me and my dog outside. So I throw his tennis ball while he goes and gets it. I take a couple of shots, and by the time he brings it back, I get like 2 shots off. By the time he gets it back, I got to throw it again. So that's pretty much my practice for the most part, is just coming out here, shooting live, chatting with you guys, or playing I go you go with my dog. So I'll throw his ball, then I'll take a couple of shots, and I throw his ball again, take a couple of shots, and finally when he starts getting hot and he wants to jump into the pool for a bit to cool off, that's when I'll take like 5 or 6 shots in a row before he's ready to come back out again and start running his ass off. But that's pretty much how I practice. I try to fit it into my daily stuff when I'm out here just shooting, plinking, or if I'm cooking something, or if I'm out with my pup. Basically how I practice. There's a miss. Do I prefer tying on your bands or clips? I'm like 50-50 either way. It doesn't really matter. When you have a clip frame, you always have to bring a tool with you. If you don't have a tool with you, you're pretty much done shooting. With a tie-on frame or a wrap and tuck, that's pretty nice. You could switch your bands out whenever you need to, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's not much of an issue to swap out your bands, and you could do it with no tools. It may take a couple of times to try to get that right while you're just kind of rolling it over your thumb, but it works and it's doable. It's 100% doable. So any love for Ocularis frames? No, not really. I do have one though. Maybe one of these days I'll pull that one out and do a little bit of shooting with it, but it's way too wide for me. I've got the Axiom Ocularis with the plugs and everything, but it's got the big old round tips and they're huge. But I should get that thing out here and shoot it one of these days and have a little bit of fun with it. Maybe do a live shooting only my simple shot stuff, and one day only shooting my my wasp frames and my sniper slip frames and that kind of thing. My prime fork frames, or maybe even one day just shooting my own frames only, just the frames that I've made myself. Might be fun. It's kind of crazy, I started off shooting these Warrior Mongol pouches, which is what I have on here. I got one of them on here. And I actually used to shoot 3/8 in this way back in the day. And it's kind of a small target, or small pouch. And then I couldn't get those Warrior Mongol pouches anymore. I wasn't able to get those Warrior Mongol pouches anymore, so I started shooting 5/16 with them, and it was okay. It was a little bit weird. And then now that I'm down to the 1/4 inch again, fuck, another band's going. It's pissing me off. Yeah, look at that. Look where that one is. I don't know if it's picking it up with the camera or not, but there it is. Yeah. Oh well, that's in a bad spot too. I'm not going to keep shooting that one. Shit. All right. Let's go back to this guy then. For now, we got the Omega. This is the S1 from Mon Waller, and I've got some Omega slings, Olympus Green on here, 0.45. It's a little bit quicker than the other ones. Yo, what's up, Knuckle? Am I doing Natty November? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I gotta get a Natty built. If I have time, I'm gonna get a Natty built. If not, I'll just shoot an old one that I had made, and we'll see how that goes. But man, this Omega Olympus Green has got some heat on it. Oh, fuck! I got bit again, the little bastards. The fuck off me. Another one climbing under my shirt. All right. Any TTF? Yeah, I've got 2 frames. No, I've got 3 frames TTF. I've got a GZK sideways. I've got a Crazy Power Mini, a no tie version, which is probably one of my favorites of TTF frames. And I also have a GZK Hammer Pro that's also a TTF. I also had a Nick Haggerty sideways also, but I gave that one away to a friend of mine as a gift to try out TTF. What's up, Will? How you doing, buddy? I kind of started messing around with planchettes and pickle forks, though. They're kind of fun. And I shoot that in a whole different style. Like normally I'm a short draw shooter, but when I'm shooting those things, I kind of pull back all the way back here. It's like a half long draw. And that's fun. I like shooting like that. I gotta find my planchette though. I don't know where I put it, and I'm missing that thing. I want to shoot it. It's probably my favorite tool to shoot and cut cans with. Omega Green 0.4. No, these are 0.45, man. And I think I would definitely shoot this 1/4 inch ammo with the 0.45. The only thing is, I think I need to make the bands a little bit longer. It's plenty of speed on this. I must be somewhere. I'm well over 300 feet per second. I'm sure of it. We should try it. See if we can get it. Let me get one more hit on this 40 here, and then we'll try an 18-meter 40 shot. Okay, let's make sure that the phone's charging. Yeah, we're charging now. Okay, we weren't charging before for whatever reason. All right. You see in the little square catch box, there is a white 40 mil flipper. Where's my finger? Right there. We're gonna try to hit that. Yeah, I use tubes when I shoot clays, Anthony. I got a couple of nice clay targets here that would be fun to shoot with tubes. This is definitely the way to go. All right. I see what kind of distance we got going on. So we're 18 meters. We're going to go after that 40 mil flipper and see if we can put a poke on it. There it is. There's one. A little wide. Line was good. It was a little high. There's another hit. You know what? Let's try that squirrel ball. I'll zoom you in. We'll take 5 shots to see if we can get a little shot on that squirrel ball. Okay, so you see where the 40 mil flipper is? That squirrel ball is right under it. A tiny little guy. We're gonna go for 5 shots and see how we do. That's a tiny target from this distance. If we can hit it. Very close. Oh, did we get a touch on that? It was close enough to make it wiggle, that's for sure. I think we just skimmed it. There you go. Boom. 18-meter squirrel ball shot with a natty. Wah, wah, wah. That was fun and satisfying. What size tubes do I use? ATO. I use 1632s, and I put little what are they, 2040s? Like a little sleeve at the bottom of them. I use single tubes. Could not hit anything with 90 millimeter this morning. Went to the Apex Plus, started hitting targets. That's it, Ron. Sometimes that's all it takes, man. Sometimes you start shooting stuff and you're missing for whatever reason. You just grab another frame and you turn into a superstar. I don't know why that is, but sometimes it just happens. At 12. At 12 is fun to shoot. A little high on that one. Okay, let's try dropping it down a little bit more. No, not gonna happen. Yo, welcome to VIP fans. Well, thanks, Ron. Gonna have to get you your shout out going on a video. Favorite simple shot frame. Favorite wasp frame. Wasp frame's a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to go with the Apex Plus. I think I'd have to go with the Apex Plus on the wasp frame. Simple shot. It's actually, I think it's probably the stylus. I think I like the stylus, man. The stylus is pretty badass. It's a fun little shooter. A real fun little shooter. 1956 Wolf. Yeah, so since all my bands are snapping and we're having a little bit of trouble, see if we can get that 12 with this guy. This is the Spitfire from Omega Slings, and it's Tim Henry's build. Fuck, that was terrible. Yeah, 12's just not happening. Wasp frames are well priced. Yeah, they are. The Enzo's pretty damn good too. I had a prototype of the Enzo also. I have 2 prototypes from Wasp that I was testing them out before they were released. One of them was the Enzo, and the other one was the Tri-Grip. There's that 12 we're looking for. Tri-Grip's a pretty badass slingshot. I was kind of shocked at how much fun it is to shoot. But I think right now my favorite from Wasp is the Apex Plus. It's kind of baffling that I can shoot a 95 millimeter fork with, which is usually something that I shoot low, and it shoots like a 90 for me for whatever reason. It's kind of cool. It's a good looking frame. I liked it so much I bought a Pro. Custom Coyote by Tim Henry. Yes, sir. Gotta go. Take care. Take it easy. Shoot to win. Yeah, so I think, I don't know. I think we'll be switching back to the. Well, I've got a bunch of bands I got to use up first. I'm almost done. I'm almost done my cyan .4, which is pretty nice. I really got to work on dialing in a band set for the 1/4 inch with the Omega Slings bands, with the .45 green, or maybe .45 white. We'll try those out too. The white seems to have a lighter draw than the green a little bit, but they may just be perfect for the. They may just be perfect for the 1/4 inch. They're a little bit lighter. The .4 simple shot, I don't know. It's a little heavy, a little bit heavier, and a little bit heavier, and it doesn't seem to last as long. I've got a bunch of bands. I think my next set that I put on a frame, I'm just gonna pull out, like, I don't know, let's say 250 shots, see if I get through them, and I'll only shoot that elastic for a little while just to see what kind of life I get out of them. It's hard to tell sometimes because I'm out here doing live, so I don't really know how many shots I'm getting through with these frames. So it could be more than I think, and I'm kind of bitching about it for nothing. So before I really go in on what kind of shooting I'm doing with them. I mean, the shooting is fine. They shoot nice. They got a lot of speed. I mean, the van life is not terrible, but I do definitely get way better van life with my Omega. My Omega .45. Those things just don't want to quit. Gotta go, Chiefs. Take it easy, man. Sorry, I'm working, but I sent you a message. The .45 white finally showed up. Waiting for some others now. Oh, nice. Yeah, we're out here shooting the old Spitfire there, JB. How you doing, buddy? Love my Apex Plus. If I could only keep one frame, I'd be keeping my Avro, man. That's my design. Built and made for me. I absolutely love that frame. And I've done pretty much my best shooting with it. A pretty close second is the Aries. I love that thing. That's another great shooter. I should have brought that one out today, actually. Another one. Yeah, but trying out all these different bands lately. It's I don't know. Hey, JB, since you're in the chat there, are you guys ever planning on getting any .4 of the green or white? Or are you guys gonna pretty much have the .45 as your lowest? I love purple too. Gonna have to try that one of these days too. The purple. Ah. Yeah, it's hard to still hard to get anything in here. At least our Canada Post is actually open again, which is nice. We'll see how long that lasts for, but anyway, at least it's working, which is good. It's a lot better than what it was before. Before they're just you lose your package in the mail and it'd stay there forever. So Oh, a terrible miss. That was really bad. We are trying, but I don't know if it will happen. Okay. Scale and Bones, what's happening, man? I think I also have some, I think I have some point. All my Sniper Sling .4 is finished now. I just ran out of that. I've been kind of using up all my odd bands. I've got, I think I have some South Wales Caddies .4 too. I think I'll give those a try. They're pretty light, but they'll be good for my 1/4 inch. They'll be pretty damn good, I think. Roy Perkins, what's happening? It'll be pretty interesting to see. I got all these different bands I just gotta get out and get finished with. And I'm thinking these 18 to 12 .4 bands, they're great for the 1/4 inch, but I think they'll be pretty good for the for clays too. So I'm thinking about I got a little bit of clay ammo left. It's the kind of shit ammo, but I think I'm gonna pull that stuff out and do some shooting on my battle tree before the winter comes, before the snow hits. I can't hit the battle tree with the oh, maybe with the 4mm steel I might, or 6mm steel I might be able to. I'd have to give it a try, see how it shoots. I think I have ab muscles from laughing so hard at Andy and Wes this weekend. It's gonna be sad when they leave. Yeah, it looks like you guys had a good time, eh? It was a lot of fun getting on Discord and chatting with Andy and the boys last night. It looks like looks like they were having a great time. Oh, shit. So it's pretty crazy. I wasn't sure if I was going to be switching to 1/4 inch or going back to 5/16 or not. But I just recently found, like, for me to buy ammo up here, it costs around $48 on Amazon to get 1,000, sometimes 1,500 shots of 5/16. I just bought 10,000 1/4 inch for $60 delivered to my house. So that kind of numbers and price for the ammo that I'm out here shooting at, and I'm not hunting with these things or anything. I'm just plinking, having fun out in the yard. So, but getting 10,000 shots for that price is just absurd. So that's going to be me set up for at least 3 years, maybe even longer. Yeah, even in this jar here, it holds, like, when it's full, it holds like around 1,000 shots, and I got 500 more just sitting in the box upstairs. So I'll be shooting fine for quite a while. Our little store here in town is fried chicken. I've made several runs for Andy. That guy can eat. Fried chicken, eh? At the local store. It's nice. This was my first tournament and I loved it. Oh, you went to AIM, Roy? I know. I saw that Andrew Axum Adventures made a video on AIM. It just popped up into my feed. I was just about to watch it and I realized it was time for me to go live. So I scooped up Luke and we got together and did our video, or our live vid, which is kind of cool. It's kind of nice getting out here and shooting with other people live on a co-live. It's a lot of fun that way. A little high. How many people in the chat went to aim? Did everybody go, or? It kind of sucks, actually. The whole plan today was to come out here live, keep my phone plugged in so I could finish off my live, and then shoot a video. But turns out the bands broke on my Slingshot that I was planning on doing the video on. And my phone wasn't charging for like half of the live, so I've only got like 56% going on right now. So I think I'll have to let it charge before I go back outside later on and shoot a video. Oh man. I wish there was like some kind of bird or something to be flying around eating up all these little bastards, ladybugs. They're really freaking annoying. Damn, I'll tell you what though, the Spitfire is on target today. Oh, there's a miss. Always when I talk. Always. Got to get the KFC fix. Oh man, Andrew was a great guy. I'm not sure how many were there. I think it was under 70. Huh. Can't you put insect repellent on or citronella candle? I don't know, man. Nothing seems to affect these fucking things, but they're like climbing up my legs into my shorts and flying, landed on the back of my head, landing in my ears, and it's really, really annoying. Yesterday I had one. I was in full draw. I had one. It landed right on my bands, like right on the edge of my bands, like right around here. And he was like walking a tightrope, and I released the ball and sent him for a ride. And the crazy thing is that it didn't even kill him. Like it just the band snapping forward. He went flying and then just caught his wings and flew away. Ugh. Where's Benny today? He's inside. He's inside. I'll be getting him out later for a little bit of a run, but he's kind of hard. Since we took down, like, we had a temporary fence out in the front yard, just kind of keep him locked in, so he was just free to run around. I could do a live when he's like that, but since we took down the other side, I got to keep him on his leash. And when I keep him on a leash, he just destroys my tripod. So he'll take off, wrap that thing up, and just fucking murk it. So I gotta keep him inside when I'm out here doing live. He completely destroyed that little gazebo thing I had down on the grass. And I was basically shooting there. I came home from work one day and I saw the thing in a giant heap on the side of the house. I asked my son, what the hell happened? He's like, oh. Benny got tangled up in the legs and I didn't notice, and I threw the ball and just tore the whole thing apart. Benny cracks me up. Oh man, he's funny, man. Every day, whenever I'm done, when I wake up in the morning or when I get back from work, I'll take Benny out here for a little game of I go, you go. And he's full of character, that dog, boy. Full of character, full of attitude. But he's fun. And once you play with him in the morning, he just wants to, we call it cuddle play. He just holds his ball in his mouth and he keeps putting it on your hand. He wants you to try to steal it from him, but he wants to lie down with his balls up in the air. Just enjoying life. Having a good old time. He's a funny dog. What's the name of your favorite frame that you make? You mentioned it earlier. Oh, it's called the Avro. It's this guy right here. That's my favorite. But my bands are just about to snap on those, so I don't want to fork hit my frame. I had three slingshots with old bands on it. All three of them broke, so I had two of them here that are new. So this is one of them, and the other one I got brand new band set on is this one. And of course, this one. But all the other three, or the other two, are just toast. Yeah, they're toast. Yeah, so I'm hoping to do a video on the Hooligan today. Should be a little bit of fun. Shoot a 1/4 inch. And it's I don't know, that Hooligan is something else, man. It's a hell of a shooter. And I think it's hard to tell, actually. It's one of my best shooting frames. And I would like to have it a little bit longer, like a 1/2 centimeter or a centimeter longer, just in the handle. But I'm not 100% sure it would improve the frame, because I like that it gets my hand up right up close to the forks, like this guy. I can get really up close to the forks, and it just shoots dead straight for me. Oh, there's a miss. Huh? Where are you? In the back. All right, so we've done pretty good on that 40. Let's see if we drop it down and shoot the 12. Get some hits on that one with it. There we go. That was easy. Let's try a little bit farther. See if we can get some long range shots going. There we go. See if we can put a hit on that 40 from here. 18 meters. Oh, that was so close. I can't believe we missed that, actually. And the squirrel ball is all tangled up in there, so hopefully we can shake the squirrel ball loose. Oh, I think if we just hit the string in between the two. All right, I just got to take my time and stop talking. There we go. Let's try to get that again. Totally flinched. All right. Since the 40 is not happening, let's make it harder. Let's go right for that squirrel ball, see if we can hit it again. I'll zoom it back in. We'll give it 5 shots. There we go. Pretty close. There it is. Squirrel ball. All right, let's go back up and hit that 40 again. Not shooting like that, though. That was just terrible. Anyway, got the small one, can't hit the big one. Kind of stupid shit is that, eh? We all froze up here? Or is everyone, oh, no, guess not. There we go. How you doing, Ben? How you doing, buddy? Oh, we had a little restart, I guess. $26. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I don't know, for whatever reason. Have you guys noticed that on lives? Whenever you're watching a live, all of a sudden everything just like reboots, just starts over. It's kind of weird. I don't know why it does that, but usually around the 2 hour mark, it does a reset on me. Sometimes an hour and a half. Yeah, it's falling apart now. I guess we'll finish up with the big Beagle version 1. See how this goes. We did shoot it a little bit earlier on, but we had a hard time getting on target with it. Yeah, it's so heavy. These bands are a little bit on the short side for this frame. And that's a 1/4 inch, so it's kind of sorry, it's 0.4 bands, but they're short. I got them just about maxed out. Yeah. It's too bad the hooligan broke, because that thing was just shooting dead on for him. Yeah, can't hit a thing now. Is that the Spitfire I'm shooting with? No, this one here. This one here is the Prime Fork Beagle. But I was just shooting with the Spitfire. That's that one. I'll go back to it a bit for you if you want to see it shoot a little bit. It's made by Tim Henry. It's a pretty good shooter. I was kicking ass with it before. We got a squirrel ball shot from 8 meters back there, and now I can't hit a damn thing with it. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm doing something. I'm plucking it. It's going to the right. Let's try this again. There we go. Yeah, 2 hour shooting session's kind of long. And I'm going to go and charge up the battery a little bit later, and then come back out here and shoot a video with the hooligan. Hooligan's a hell of a shooter, though. It's one of my favorites. It's way up there. Seahorse is pretty badass too. Now that I've got that my collection all set up on the wall, it's kind of nice to see everything kind of hanging there, so you can be like, oh shit, I haven't shot that in a while. Let's bring that one up as out as a backup. We'll see how it goes. That was actually the case with the Beagle and the S1. I haven't shot both of those in a while, and this Spitfire too. I haven't shot it in a while, so I figured it was I don't know if we bought these ones. I figured it was time to come out and do some shooting with it. And we know that the last one. Yeah, it's already there. Most of those attachment players. Yep, that's Spitfire. Are you still waiting on yours? Did you get the same model or just different color? Because Prime Fork also makes a Spitfire too. Prime Fork and Tim, I think, are the two guys that make them. I've got one of each. I got this one from Tim, and I've got another one from Prime Fork. Both of them are fantastic frames. The Prime Fork one's absolutely beautiful too. But they are slightly different in the build. Like Tim's frame's a little bit thinner, and the tips are a little bit smaller. And I think the one that Andrew makes is a little bit more chunky, but it's basically the same basic shape. But I kind of like how round and smooth this one is. It's pretty sweet. I've got a couple of nice chunky bits of micarta I'm thinking about trying out. Doing a frame like this one here. It looks like it's built out of just a big thick piece of micarta, which I believe it is. And then he just machined out the spot with the clips. Looks like it came up pretty nice. I might try that out, but mine will just be square at the bottom. This one I find when I'm shooting with it, or when I'm tightening up the bands. Sometimes the band feels like the clip feels like it twists a little bit. It was one of the first runs. I think it was the first run of these micarta ones that he made that I got. I was actually hoping for a black one, and then when I saw the nice tan brown ones, I really liked them. They got like a kind of a wooden look feel to them. I like it. But micarta is like super strong, so. Oh wow, thought I was gonna stop upside down. That would have been cool. He's making me a 3D printed one so I could see how it feels before I invest in a more expensive model. Oh, that's a good way to go, man. That's a good way to do it. And you can really try like even those HDPE frames too. You can try those out. They're cheap. They're cheap. You could really feel out a frame that way with it, and they'll shoot just as good as a really high end one. So that's the good thing about it. Yeah, I'm having that issue with my frame hand today. My frame hand is very wobbly. When I lock down the frame hand, it's not moving around. I'm hitting everything I'm pointing at. But when I'm a little bit wobbly and I don't control the frame hand, that's when everything kind of goes to shit. Yep. Let the pup in. You want some? Yeah, buddy. Man, I've got to get one of your frames for my collection. I've got 4 more. I got 4 more in the garage. That they're like 3/4 of the way done. I just got a little bit of sanding to do. But there we go. Was zoomed in way too much. Dude, frame. I don't find they make a difference at all. Plastic frame, metal frame, micarta, carbon fiber. It's all the same shape, and it's the shape that what counts. And if everything fits you while you're out here shooting, I mean, it shouldn't really make a difference. I don't think, anyway. The only thing I could see it making a difference is if you're shooting an HDPE frame, for example, and you're shooting really heavy bands, you might feel it flex. It'll never break, but you'll feel it flex around a little bit, which might be a little bit distracting. But when I first got a Spitfire, it was an HDPE frame. Came out here, wrapped some bands around it, and I shot a little short of it. And I instantly went back to the website and picked up a I picked up the this model just because I liked how it shot so much. Man, if it's not ladybugs crawling on my face, it's spider webs. Hick's okay going live today? Oh wow, that'd be cool. Al, you doing lives too, buddy? Should get Al on live one day. Yeah, it would be a lot of fun. Oh, yeah, they're going live in a bit. It's going to be a destructive live. Ooh, sounds good to me. 2026, starting an Abandoned Explore channel with fitness models. That'll be fun. You putting all that foot finder money to use there, Al? You're gonna have your own camera crew and everything. These ladybugs just driving me bonkers, man. Miss Six, you in? Hey, I look great in a bikini. Paul wants a job, man. I'll talk to Paul. He'll set you up. Oh, these bugs, man. I'm telling you, they're driving me bonkers. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get into the garage a little bit today and get that natty all glued up. That half natty I got going on there. I'm gonna give it a little bit more sanding down in some spots, and then get some crazy glue on it. Get her all sealed up, and then I'll just have to get some sanding done and make my way to the post office and send that out for a second time. Should be fun. It's almost done. I'll be getting that done this afternoon. Get the glue on it anyway. Once the glue's all done, I'll have to give it that last sand, hit it with a buffing wheel, and we should be in business. By that point, I know, Paul, you were on Naked and Afraid. Come on. There we go. Alrighty, folks. I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. Try to get some work done. So thanks for joining me. Had some fun with Luke. It was a great time. So we'll wrap it up, and I'll see you again next week. And hopefully I'll be out with another video pretty soon for you guys to check out. So you guys take care, stay safe, get up, practice, be good to each other. I'll see you again soon. Love you guys, freaking awesome. Bye for now.